We're at Cannia Gorge. This is our first stop on our trip to the west. And I'm having camera trouble on day one. We're all here. The camp is actually in the middle of Cannia Gorge, so we're in a bit of a hollow here. It's beautiful, there's lots of trees. At night they feed the birds. At 4:30 in the afternoon they feed the birds, and at night all the little bettongs come out. And they're cute and they eat. And we're off for a walk. This is Fern Tree Pearl. And we don't think it was worth the walk.
Rightio.
Hey, you can't go.
Yeah, I did. One.
We're on our way home from our walk. That's the road we've come, and this is really the escarpment of the gorge. It's on both sides. This is the side I can see the best at the moment. We're not the only ones here. It's good old Aussie bush. And I've gone right around. It's dry. It's no wonder there wasn't much water in Fern Tree Pool, or whatever it was. These are pretty-faced wallabies, and we're just on our way to the dam, and this is what we found. There's some with a baby in the pouch, and they're really cute.
Because it was windy and I couldn't keep my hands out. Well, see, I put some plastic under this.
We're looking at the Cannia Dam.
And I put a big floppy hat over the top of it, yes, and then the floppy hat sort of flops it, but it keeps it off. This keeps the floppy hat off my eyes.
Where's right? People taken outside here on the road, and I wondered when we were going to find it.
That's a nice photo.
They say that there's not a lot of water in it, but there's still well, it's nowhere near full, but there's still a lot of water in it. Don't you think so, guys?
Yes, it's beautiful.
It is, it's lovely.
Very pretty indeed. Since we missed the dam at Stanthorpe, Margaret.
Yes, that's right.
Due to ill happening.
Ill happenings.
Yeah.
This is part of the escarpment, and there's a section of wall there that just looks like it's been sliced in two.
So we can. We was there, like.
Well, we're right up as high as we can get. We're on the lookout and a grassy mound, and there's the escarpment.
No, please come over here and have a look from here.
Are you pulling my trick, Ray?
Oh, I was going to, but I'm not going in here.
Why? Oh, go on. Oh.
Oh, is that?
That's pretty impressive, Ray. Yeah, you wait till you turn around and see it from here. Look at that.
I reckon over here would be nice too. I took that one from the side of the road, but I think it should be
Come up
right.
and have a look and see where it would be best
In Hobart, you know,
Hobart.
where they had all the headstones.
What, did they die on the mountain or something?
There was probably a burial ground here, and that was
Oh
their
yeah,
headstone.
this is this cairn we're looking at.
Sacred site, was he black or white did they bury?
No, they were white. I think.
We're out in the early morning, Pat and Ray and I, and we were looking for the koala, but all we could see was a swathe of destruction, as in branches dropped, and he was somewhere up there last night, but he ain't there now. And we're at Fairbairn Dam, or Lake Marraboon, I think it's called. That's the dam wall over there. Whoa, we're flicking. We drove over that last night. That was awesome, an awesome experience. And around that corner, it's even better. And we saw a beautiful sunset from here. It's a huge body of water, this. It's man-made, Pat says. And it goes right around the corner there to the other side. And I'd like a bit of detail on it, because the amount of water in it must be huge. And through the trees there's where the wall disappears to. It's a lovely picnic area. They are. They're beautiful, the trees. The rocks look natural. Yeah.
Put them around there to make the bank.
What's this thing?
Spread them, yeah.
No, but these ones here.
Oh, no, they're natural. Natural, yeah.
All natural.
This is a really pretty place. Lovely mountains over there. A bit far away. It's a misty morning. A lot of clouds, and the sun did come up. We did see a bit of a sunset this morning, but it's pretty misty. There is blue sky up there. There's not much of it, but there's some of it. Pockets. And it's made the lake all grey too.
I reckon that those mountains over there are probably that Blacktown tableland.
Oh yeah, they could be, Pat. Blacktown Plateau National Park. They are. I'd love to be able to pick them up. You know, you go walk down, Del. I'd love to be able to pick them up, but it's all misty, you know.
Oh, that's important. These are more recent.
We're discussing the state of the rocks and how they might have got there, and there, Pat's there standing on a ledge there. I must go over and join them. Yet another aspect. Over behind there is where the caravan park is. Nice picnic grounds. Not as beautiful as Cania though, the grounds. That's where we've come from. Right around there, and that road, over the wall. Here comes Ron and Del. They've stopped to take a photo. And there's us. Well, we've made the centre of Australia. We're on the Stuart Highway. We've stopped at Renner Springs for a cuppa. It's very windy. Rayfields, it's blowing behind us and it's good. Ray Campfields, it's blowing crossways and it's annoying him. He said annoying the willies out of him. There's our group having afternoon tea. And there's our vans. I wonder what this nut is turning in. So there you go, you can't win. This is the Roper River. It's a beautiful shade of green. It's supposed to be full of barra. And Ray's dying to have a fish, Ray Camp that is. And all these palms are all through Mataranka. They're a Livingstonia palm. So the sign told me that. I'm not that clever that I knew. But there's hundreds of them. Ray K.
Yes, mate.
Do you want to come and tell me something about the river?
It's green.
It's green. I've already said that.
Well, what else can I tell you?
Well, I don't know. You know more about it than I do.
I don't know much about it.
Well, there's barra in it.
There's barramundi in it, I'm led to believe, and I'm about to try and find out if that's true.
And there's saltwater crocodiles.
No, there's not. Sorry, no.
I mean freshwater crocodiles.
Supposedly freshwater crocodiles.
Yeah,
Which are harmless.
little freshwaters.
If you,
Johnson River crocs.
if you walk along from the Thermal Springs back there right down to the Mataranka Falls,
Yeah,
which is about a 4-kilometre hike,
yeah.
the river's the same all along the way. It's all just like this.
Same colour.
Same colour all the
Huh?
way.
Whoa.
How many you got?
What a beautiful river. Goes about 100 miles, you reckon, Ray? And we're going down to the bar in a couple of days. And I'm very wobbly on this pontoon. It's all right. No, it's not that. But whoever's walking on it.
That's your husband.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Oh, stand still.
It's lovely. It's only when it rocks that you get
So you
wobbly.
go head first with your video.
Somebody having a fish?
They're not funny,
No. Don't blame them. Fishermen don't give their secrets away.
Well, then look like real expert fishermen.
No, well.
But she said they didn't have anyone.
Oh. National Park we're in, and this is the camping ground. And very nice it looks too. We've just come here for a visit to see the camp, to see the national park. We've just done one short walk down to the river and we're off again. Another section of the Roper. It's just beautiful here. There's rocks and Ray hopes there's Barra. We've just walked back to the car and got the video, and he's got his rod and he's going to throw in. There's two kids over there having a ball. The colour of the water is just lovely. The boys are up. We've even got a sandy beach here. Under a coolabah tree. Actually, I don't know if it is a coolabah, but it sounds good. This is just a beautiful spot with all the rocks and the trees and the shade and the water and the grass and sand. There's another sandy beach just down there too, where the kids are. Now you follow me. No, I mean not with your feet, with your camera.
Okay, got a thing of Ray Camp here. He's
out to catch a barra.
fishing in lovely conditions.
Honey,
Yeah,
I'm going,
all right. So I'll follow Marg around. They come down here just to have a look and a paddle with their... But it looks so good, and there's kids down here jumping in and out and having such a good time. It was just too much for them. And clothes and all, in they went. That's Marg over there behind the... And she's going to go in. She took her top off. She's going, well, hold it, I'm going to take a different spot. I'll ease out and I'll come back in again. Okay, we're back into it again. So Mummy's taken the big plunge. And I tell you what, when Mummy hits that water, it will be a big plunge. Hey! Oh, that'd never win an Olympic title. Yeah. So there we go. In the lovely Roper River, water's as clean, crystal, you could drink it if you want. I'm not, I'll just fade that out, wherever the fade button is, I don't know, I haven't used it. Oops, what have I done here? Don't know. There we go, I've found the fade button, everything's gone. Well, there it is. I don't need to do any talking to tell you. That everybody's having a good time. This is fresh water here, And I believe it's something like 100 miles to the mouth of the Roper River where it pours into the Gulf. It's just a perfect, magnificent day. Lovely and warm. Not a cloud in the sky. There's Ronald in behind the bushes there, watching the passing parade. Raymond's still over there, the hopeful fisherman. Would love to catch a barramundi. No doubt before the trip is over he will.
Come this way.
You're coming, are you sure?
Well, one could only say that they are but enjoying themselves. This is what it's all about. We've had a lovely trip up to here, trouble free, perfect weather, good food, good friendship, companionship. We'll have another couple of days of this. We're going down to Roper River, Catherine, sort of here around the area before we go into Darwin. Darwin's only about 150 k's away at the moment, but we're going to do a bit of touring around before we get there and spend a week and live in Darwin for a week. I might even paddle my feet. I might even give myself a bit of a paddle now that I'm up. I was having a lovely little restful snooze under a coolabah tree. That did me fine. But anyhow, obviously there's more to life.
This is well off the highway, a few K, and it's surrounded, it's very remote. And back in the days when Jeannie Gunn was here, it must have been even more remote. And it's hot. Good old Australian bush. But it's good that people still come. This road ends just a K down the road where the homestead was.
I'll bring them up as close as you can.
I've got it. That black spot is a black cockatoo sitting in the top of that tree. Where are the others?
No, they've moved.
Okay. He's turned round.
Yeah, just trying to sort of... There's two of them there. If I can get them... He's about to fly, I think. You get the lovely splash of red in his tail.
Well, I don't think it'd pick that up.
They're watching us. Magnificent birds.
I hope it picks up their call, but I doubt that.
Oh, you might just pick it up. Yeah, the real mournful.
Mm.
There goes that other one to the left. He's gone. Come on, up and away you go.
Nothing there you can throw.
No, I can't even go through. I'd move over, but I can't get through the fence.
Okay, I can't just sit here and
There we
wait
go.
for it.
That's wonderful going.
Right.
There goes the other one. No.
He's gone.
Yeah. He's smart enough to.
Pig on the stick, and she said, "Well, that's finished me. Half the plate was full of both pork and cockles and gravy, and then she said they had roast potato and then 4 salads. So she said it was a very
Sounds
good
all right to
meal.
me. No good for the figure. Put on salad.
It's enjoyable when you get old. Constantly talking, weight off. And it's supposed to be the
Oh, Ray, shelter that sun off me, will you? With your cap, I can't see a thing.
The legs get tired enough without carrying extra weight, don't
well,
That's, you haven't got it. No, there, over there. That's it, that's it. Of course, it was Jeannie Gunn who made the place famous, not Enos Gunn, because of the book she wrote. Actually, she was awarded an OBE or something because of... Oh, does it?
Miss
Oh,
Jeannie
I'm
Gunn
not-
OBE.
Okay, that's
The
good.
Little Missus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because of her what her work did in for Australian literature, and she only ever wrote one book. Thank you. But it's a happy cemetery. There's unknown graves, there's babies, and there's Aboriginals, and nothing. We're at Mataranka in the Northern Territory. Got to about, I don't know, it was 30 at dinner time. Been a hot, still day. But it's a lovely park. We've got a powered site, but all those in there are unpowered. And down there is the entry to the thermal pool. Place is full all the time. By each tea time, she's full. Pat and Ray and Dell and Ron are in the row behind us. And up here is where the plane lands and takes off to take people on trips. Now we're heading to why Mataranka is so full of people, because it's part of the Elsie National Park. And this track leads to the thermal pool, which is beautiful and which we've had many a swim in. The pools lead into the Waterhouse River. There's a real spring here. It's much better than when we last saw it. They've built a boardwalk that wasn't there. Anyway, the Waterhouse River leads into the Roper River, which is a lovely turquoise colour. $16,000 litres per minute. Not quite as much as Eli Creek.
Not quite. But it has got a nice coarse sandy bottom which filters the water clean all the time.
It does, and they've got, it's, in parts it's over our head, but there's rocks for you to stand on here and there, lovely big rocks. It's beautiful in there.
Very clean.
It's supposed to be lit at night, but we had a really funny happening last night. We tried to get down here and it wasn't lit. And we had to go back for a torch because you just couldn't see. Well, that's the start of it all. This, they don't allow swimming in this little pool. It's just a beautiful colour and it's so clean.
Like a trout stream, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And there's these Livingstonian palms everywhere. Well,
Come on in, the water's fine.
I bet it is fine too. We've had a swim this morning, we're going to have another one tonight. And even though it's a hot, sweaty day, it would be lovely in there. It's so clean, you see your feet and where it goes through there. Where I want, but it goes through there and narrows down, and it's really quite fast. No trout in this one though. Well, I videoed up here before, but since then, all the planes have come back in. There's 5. The pilots will be wandering around all the crowd down there, drumming up business. They go around saying, "Do you want to come for a ride? $35 for 15 minutes. That's the cheapest one. They do 3. They go from 35 to about 90. 35 is around this area. Then there's 1 to I can't remember the second one. The third one's to Catherine. And behind is good old Mataranka bush. Scrub. That's the sort of country the pioneers came to and set up Elsie Station.
It's mostly mulga.
Where the famous Mrs. Jeannie Gunn lived, author of We're the Never Never. Mulga and gums and what? Acacia, I suppose. It's a very nice place. The amenities aren't the best. The reason it's so full is because of the pool. No doubt about that. You wouldn't come here for the top quality amenities. But we've enjoyed our stay here. We've had 3 nights.
Beautiful weather.
Hang on, I'm off. You're going to say more.
Plenty of bird life. We have a lot of those, what you call apostle birds. They're friendly little fellows. They haven't got a lot going for them as far as colour is concerned. But they jump around and they're friendly in their own groups. And there's hundreds of them. There's butcher birds and all sorts of kestrels and that type of bird. There's the big white cockatoo and the black cockatoo and what else? Well, there's wallabies. You don't see them hopping around like we've done on other parks, but the evidence of them is here. And Marg saw 7 donkeys in a group yesterday, which made her day.
That was lovely. That was down by the Roper River.
Roper River, yeah, about 4 k's away.
Okay.
And of course, there are crows everywhere. Can you see those apostle birds over there, mate? See them under that tree there with the crow?
Oh, yeah.
And so you'll just about... They jump around in groups all the time.
They probably chase the crow.
But anyhow, they seem to be living in harmony.
No, they don't mind at all.
Oh, there's plenty of peewees around. They're very friendly and they live out here with no worries of...
Okay, that's it.